One attorney who signed every FISA request to spy on Trump has been busted by Liberty Bell for freedomdaily.com. It has been one heck of a weekend after the much anticipated FISA memo was released, and the curtain of corruption that the Democrats hid behind was finally pulled back. For the past several years, we all knew that the liberals in Washington, D.C. were a bunch of shady characters, but we could only speculate to the extent of their criminality. However, that has changed since the memo was released, and the world learned what lengths these swamp creatures in D.C. went through to cheat and deceive the American people from a fair election. While the memo exposed how we got to where we are today with the false Russian collusion narrative, the question on everyone's lips was who signed off on the request to spy on then presidential candidate Trump. Well, now we know who signed this unconstitutional request, and to be completely honest, once you find out who it is, you won't be all that surprised. For over a year, the mainstream media has been peddling that the only reason why Trump trounced Hillary Clinton in the 2016 election was only that of Russian meddling. Instead of saying that we all couldn't stand the witch, instead of these liberal swamp creatures admitting that they lost despite all their fraud and deception, they had to concoct a story that Trump and his team conspired with Russia to beat Clinton. However, as time passed, the American people learned that it was Hillary Clinton who had conspired with Russia in the past. Remember Uranium One? At any rate, as Hillary Clinton and the rest of the liberal minions in Washington realized that she could lose the election to Trump, they needed a safety net. So they purchased a fake Trump dossier. Actually, Hillary Clinton purchased the fake Trump dossier that was created by Fusion GPS and paid for with funds from the Clinton Foundation. Yeah, stolen money paying for a crap dossier. What's the difference? It's not her that's paying for it. To obtain a wire to spy on Carter Page. Now we all know who signed off on these requests, and of course it was crooked former Attorney General Loretta Lynch. The first FISA request was denied because it had Trump's name in it. That's why it was denied. But that did not stop these criminals from attempting their plan to spy on Trump again. If you remember, President Trump first tweeted that Barack Obama petitioned at least twice to wiretap President Trump when he was running for office. In his first tweet, President Trump tweeted, "Terrible. Just found out that Obama had my wires tapped in Trump Tower just before the victory. Nothing found. This is McCarthyism." The president's next tweet, "It is illegal for a sitting president to be wiretapping a race for president prior to an election. Turned down by court earlier, a new low," right? Here is more from the Gateway Pundit. A very disturbing fact about the wiretapping request of President Trump is that the FISA court turned down President Obama's administration's first request to wiretap President Trump. That was evidently signed off on by Attorney General Lynch, with only 2 known applications denied out of the 10,700. So twice they were denied. From 2009 to 2015, and it's a 0.20% to be denied. Now, we know that Carter Page was spied on by the Obama administration, and the information provided to the court to spy on him was bogus. We now have additional evidence that the Obama administration, its Attorney General, FBI, and DOJ were all corrupt and doing all they could, including obtaining warrants to spy on President Trump based on a bogus dossier. bogus information to take him down before the 2016 election. This is just another reason why Loretta Lynch, Hillary Clinton, and Barack Obama all need to be brought up on charges for their nefarious criminal deeds. These people went too far with their government overreach by using a court that should not be in America in the first place. Using what? Using the court system and the dossier in the first place. Now, it is blatantly apparent how this court can be used, or dossier can be used if found in the wrong hands, which is an excellent argument for why it will be dismantled immediately. Actually, they're talking about the Fisa warrant. This is a misprint here. Lynch signed off on requests that she knew were false and allowed a sitting president to spy on a civilian based solely on that Trump was the left's political opponent. That cannot be allowed to happen in a country that has a clear process to obtain a warrant. And it is called the Fourth Amendment. It is time that we get back to the basics and follow the Constitution and begin to arrest all those that have subverted our laws for as long as they have, so we can get back to making America great again. Yeah, I say arrest the judge also, because again, they were claiming, why didn't that judge come forward and demand prosecution because of this? But the judge, he was an Obama appointee. That's who the judge was. So that's why he didn't press charges. The only thing he did was step down from his position, and you wonder why all of this. You see what I'm saying? These people need to be prosecuted one by one and taken out with cuffs, because this is not the way that this country was supposed to be governed, so to speak. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.